So let's begin with the latest escalation in President Trump's trade war. Canada's retaliatory tariffs are now in effect. The country has imposed 25% tariffs on $21 billion of U.S. goods. It includes taxes on steel and aluminum, as well as computers, sports equipment, and cast iron products. The new Canadian duties are on top of the 25% counter tariffs that were added to $30 billion worth of U.S. goods on March 4th. Those were in response to tariffs that President Trump eventually pulled back after a severe stock market sell-off 2 days later. The European Union has already announced retaliatory measures set to take effect on April 1st. President Trump was pressed yesterday on his inconsistent approach to these tariffs.
There's been a lot of on and off, some inconsistency.
There's no inconsistency, only with NBC, which is one of the worst networks on television, by the way. Let me just tell you the inconsistency. I have the right to adjust. And I was called by the automakers, as an example, General Motors, Ford, etc., the big three, the big four, and they asked me to do them a favor. Could I delay it for a period of 4 weeks so that they're not driven into a little bit of a disaster for them? They actually love what I'm doing, but they had a problem. And I'm not like a block that just, I won't delay it. It's called flexibility. It's not called inconsistency. It's called flexibility. And I think you want me to be flexible, too.
Is flexibility going to be your ongoing view towards?
Sure, I'll always have flexibility. But there will be very little flexibility once we start. April 2nd is going to be a very big day for the United States of America.
All right, Jonathan Lemire, what are you hearing from inside the White House? The president saying he has the right to adjust if someone picks up the phone and gives him a call and he does a favor for them. But overall, the concept of these tariffs is extremely unpopular, and many presidents have explained why. This is very bad for the U.S. economy. This is very bad ultimately for the American consumer, who will start feeling the pain of these tariffs in many different ways.
Yeah, these tariffs are a tax on the American consumer. Let's just be clear about that. And the right word was used there, inconsistent. We have seen over the last 2 weeks how Trump has applied a tariff, taken it off. The auto workers, for instance. He's gone back and forth with Canada and Ontario over the electricity just in the last couple of days. Those in the White House, though, say he is committed to this at least for now. They have been mindful of the stock market. That President Trump, like none of his predecessors before, judges the value of the economy on the stock market. Now, some would say that's not the right way to do it. Many would say that's not the right way to do it. But that is how he does it. They did get a little bit of a break yesterday. The market rebounded a little. A better than expected inflation report helped that. But again, that's backward looking. That doesn't really take into effect everything we're seeing right now. And yesterday, I mean, it is traditional that the Taoiseach of Ireland, the Prime Minister of Ireland, comes right around St. Patrick's Day, and it's usually one of the more jovial foreign leader encounters of any American president's year. That wasn't really the case yesterday. Yes, there were certainly pledges of American and Irish friendship, but right there, sitting next to him, next to the Taoiseach, the president made clear that these tariffs will be taken, and with the EU retaliating, that would cause the U.S. to escalate further. So, Mika, this is not going away anytime soon, despite business leaders registering opposition, and despite, as we're seeing and about to read here, these tariffs being felt by all Americans, including so many who voted for Donald Trump.
And Jonathan, just on the politics of this, there's been a lot in the first few weeks of the presidency of Joe Biden's name being brought up, a way of sort of blaming anything from plane crashes to whatever on Biden's horrific economy, which many would argue was a very strong economy that he left for President Trump to work with. But these tariffs, these sit squarely on President Trump. This is a Trump-branded policy. And I think, isn't it clear at this point, most Americans know that Trump became president and he came to town with these tariffs?
Yeah, the tariffs are branded Donald Trump. This has nothing to do with President Biden. And to your point, let's be clear. He did inherit, by most metrics, a strong economy. Yes, were prices high? Yes, prices were high. Inflation cooling, but still higher than people would like. But for the most part, the fundamentals of the American economy were strong. The market was roaring. These were most Americans, not all, but most Americans were feeling benefits. And Trump, during the campaign, made the argument that they weren't. He convinced enough Americans that he was right to earn their votes. But now what we've seen since the destabilization of the American economy, that is on Donald Trump, no matter what he might claim. Others tend to agree. The Wall Street Journal editorial board has been sounding the alarm for weeks. They write in part this: GOP House leaders are no doubt trying to protect members in swing districts where Mr. Trump's tariffs are unpopular. But most Americans understand that tariffs are a tax on consumers and businesses. Beyond the MAGA echo chamber, Mr. Trump's tariffs are unpopular. But businesses don't want to challenge them in court because they're afraid of retaliation, nor do Democratic state attorneys general. While House Republicans can run from a vote, they can't hide from voters in 2026 who may not find Mr. Trump's tariffs beautiful, Mika.
Well, and then there's this from the New York Times in his latest column entitled "Democracy Dies in Dumbness." Bret Stephens writes in part, "It used to be common knowledge that tariffs are a terrible idea. Americans broadly understood how much tariffs in the 1930s, along with other protectionist and isolationist measures, did to turn a global economic crisis into another world war. 13 successive presidents all but vowed never to repeat those mistakes until Donald Trump. Until him, no U.S. president had been so ignorant of the lessons of history. Until him, no U.S. president had been so incompetent in putting his own ideas into practice. This won't end well, especially in a no-guardrails administration staffed by a how-high team of enablers and toadies. Trump's critics are always quick to see the sinister side of his actions and declarations. An even greater danger may lie in the shambolic nature of his policymaking. Democracy may die in darkness. It may die in despotism. Under Trump, it's just as liable to die in dumbness. David French, there is a concern these tariffs are basically going to tank the economy, and it seems like everybody is sounding the alarm now. A lot of folks in the business community, I'm not sure where their heads were because Donald Trump has been talking about tariffs for decades. Donald Trump planned these tariffs. He talked about them long before he became president again. And I do point to business leaders who voted for him, who thought, he won't do it. I just wonder where that mindset comes from in this political world that we are living in.
Well, you know, I think the mindset comes from they had very selective memory. They were looking back at Trump's first term and often thinking about 2017, 2018, when the administration was staffed with an awful lot of Republican establishment figures who did Republican establishment things. It's almost like they took 2020 and just erased it from their minds. 2020, which really did show us Trump's true nature and Trump's true character. It was as if they thought, well, the first 2 years of his first term, that's what Trumpism really is. No, no, no. By 2020, we knew what Trumpism was. And the point that Bret makes about competence is so important. One of the things that you're seeing is Trump is supplementing his malice with his incompetence, and his team is supplementing their malice with their incompetence. And I agree with Bret that incompetence may well be the thing, even more than malice, that undermines this administration, because it is very hard to avoid the effects of incompetence.
Right. So, Richard Haass, I'm quoting, obviously, the critics here, calling these tariffs dumb. We've seen business experts use a different word, insanity, literally insanity. I'm just wondering if you could explain how this could pour over into our foreign policy, specifically our national security.
It's pretty straightforward, Mika. If you think about it, one of the things that makes a friend of the United States a friend is, among other things, we trade with them. So most of our trade is not with our enemies. We have, export controls and so forth that limit it, or sanctions. So we do most of our trade with friends. So when the United States unilaterally introduces tariffs, it penalizes our friends. In this case, Canada, Mexico, the EU, and others. And foreign policy is not, how would I put it? You can't compartmentalize it. You can't say we're going to introduce tariffs against you on a Thursday, and by the way, we're going to cooperate with you in other areas on Friday. It doesn't work with it. It doesn't work that way. So what and it's part also of a larger phenomenon, whether it's with Ukraine or with the EU, with the European members of NATO, that what we're seeing is essentially the United States distancing itself from its friends, to some extent cozying up with its adversaries in Russia. So if you add up the economic warfare, and this is what this is, quite honestly, particularly against Canada, this is an economic war of choice this president has initiated. Let's just call it what it is. And the idea this is not going to have knock-on effects to the overall relationship, of course it will.
I mean, yes, and there